Hello, people. I am here with William from Englishtainment. He has a YouTube channel as well. So, William, welcome to the channel. Nice to have you here. Please tell us how your channel started. Why do you dress in character? It's really funny. He has an explanation for that. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, why do I dress in character? Okay, I got the idea from another channel, which is not a language school at all. And I thought, wow, this is very interesting. It helps this guy almost be in another world, and it kind of also you know how some schools or some businesses have some kind of visual logo or image, and it helps people remember. You know, somebody has a very you know, a famous singer or actor has a certain style or something, and that helps people remember. Maybe they have a really weird haircut, or they wear certain kinds of clothes. Do you remember the rock group Kiss?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, they were very visual. I remember these crazy, amazing costumes that they wore. You know, more than I remember their music. You know, so I thought, okay, this is kind of interesting. Now, I watched. I'm a subscriber to a channel called. Oh, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's a Slavic guy. It's a guy who wears a mask. You don't see his face at all. You just he wears a mask and a hat like this. This is called an ushanka because it's a Russian style fur hat, and he wears something like this sometimes, and he wears glasses, but he also wears a mask. You don't see his face at all. I have no idea what he looks like. And I thought, this is intriguing. I thought, okay, maybe I can do something like this for my channel. And it might seem like it's just a gimmick that is not really worth anything, but I think it's kind of funny. I think it's sometimes it gives me an idea to be a little bit more funny or something, a little bit more fun and a little bit, you know. But my channel is actually a mix of serious things with some kind of humor sometimes as well mixed in. It's a little bit of a mix, you know. It's not just humor all the time, you know.
That's a very interesting explanation. What is your perspective with your channel?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Am I trying to make millions of dollars from my from my account? Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't think that's really totally necessary. In other words, I think it's worth it for me to have a channel, even if I don't make a lot of money from it or any money from it. I just think making contacts with people like yourself is really a good reason to have a channel. And I don't expect to make any money from it. And I think, like you mentioned to me before, that it's kind of like a portfolio. Okay, on my channel, I show you what I do. I show you what my English teaching is like. And, you know, it's kind of a mix of different things. Maybe one day I could have enough followers to make a little bit of money from it. You know, it might change over time. It might mutate over time. You know, it's kind of a mix of reasons, actually. I don't expect money from it.
Okay. I think it's very nice. I think it's very funny to see you in character. You speak a lot of languages besides English. English is your native language. What other languages do you speak?
Well, I was into languages when I grew up in Canada, and we study French in school. From I don't remember which grade, but I think from about grade 3. We call it grade 3. In Americans call it 3rd grade. Okay, it's the same. Where I grew up, French wasn't used very much in public, although you might see it written down. You see it on all the packages. You see it on the food and everything. And so in that sense, it was kind of useful. And I thought, but generally I thought, well, you know, French isn't all that useful, but, you know, we have to learn it in school. And I discovered years later that it's very, very useful. I mean, because I lived in Quebec for a while too, and I lived in France for a while. And just even outside those places, French is just really, really, really useful. So even though I'm not motivated by French, I think it's very, very useful to have. It's just, but anyway, so that's one language. But I decided that I would learn other languages because I thought, well, learning language is kind of fun. And I grew up in a place that was very multicultural, you know, and I thought, well, I want to speak their language. I want to know what they're saying.
Mhm.
So another one that I learned was Scottish Gaelic. Now this is not a common language, but I thought, well, okay, I feel like learning this because I already speak a very common language, English, so maybe I can learn one that's not so
Mhm.
common, you know.
Mhm.
So that's two languages other than English. And then I learned another one related to that one that's Irish Gaelic, and a little bit of a third one, Manx Gaelic is another one. But and then from then I learned Welsh, and then from then I learned a related language, Breton. I lived in these countries, by the way.
Mhm.
I've lived in those different countries
Wow.
also. And Portuguese. In fact, the first English class I ever taught was in Lisbon. That's where I did my TEFL course.
First and foremost, everybody who's watching, what drew my attention to William's channel was the fact that he spoke to me in Portuguese in the comments. But you learned Portuguese, but also Brazilian Portuguese, right? Because you taught in
Yeah,
Brazil.
kind of a mix because I was only in Portugal for 3 months.
Hmm.
But because of French, Portuguese was kind of a little bit kind of easy. I
Yeah.
mean, kind of to a certain level. Portuguese, I mean, to me, that's why I say, okay, I speak 10 languages or 12 languages, but actually some of them are closely related or fairly closely related. So it's not, is it really 10 different languages? Yeah, no,
Mhm.
you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to use a number. Like how fluent are you? Are you semi-fluent? Are you very fluent? Or just a little bit? This number. It's hard to put a number on this kind of thing. So anyway, so French, Portuguese, Spanish, some Italian. I can understand most Italian, like 95% of Italian.
Mhm.
Speaking back, not so well, but I can do it. But
Mhm.
yeah, but also another one I use is Esperanto. I spoke Esperanto at home where I lived in China for a year. Esperanto, yeah. And
Well,
I also speak Chinese because I lived in China, and I speak Russian
mhm.
and a little bit of Thai, not
You have
much.
been around the world then.
Yeah, I've taught English in about 15 countries.
Wow. That's
Yeah, around there anyway.
That's amazing. If you
Hmm.
taught English in 15 countries, where
Hmm.
did you like most?
Do you mean for teaching or just for living?
Both.
Oh dear, I don't know how to answer it though. It's a really good question. This is the kind of question I would ask, but it's very difficult to answer. In some ways, China was the best because the students are pretty great. They're pretty awesome. They're motivated. They're friendly. They're not too stressed out.
Mhm.
Um, they're kind of relaxed and they learn in a sort of natural way.
Mhm.
So I don't know what to say. In some ways, Russia was the best because people are very analytical and they like to figure out all the grammar and everything, and they have many questions, which is also good. I don't know. And Brazil was good because people were relaxed and ready to speak, and they hug you after the lesson, and they're very motivated and they're very positive. I don't know. It's just every situation is really different, but kind of equal. I don't know how to say one is better than the other, really.
Yeah,
For the money, China was better. For lifestyle, Russia was very good.
yeah. And let me tell you something. Hugging is something that we try to spread around the world. Because I think you will understand it completely when I say Brazilians hug respectively. You know that because if students hugged you when you were here, you totally understand when we are hugging someone. We like to distribute hugs to people to show how appreciative we are. How did you came up with the idea for your channel with such an interesting name?
Okay. I wanted a name that was available on all social media, so
Mm-hmm.
I could have the same name everywhere. Some people's social media is different, and I thought, it's better if you can have the same one. So it should be something that's available.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was available, but that's not the only reason. The other reason is that in this name you can see the concept of what the channel is. It's English language, but it's also entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of because actually it's not English plus entertainment. It's English plus edutainment.
Mm-hmm.
And edutainment is already two things.
Mm-hmm.
Edutainment is education and entertainment together. So the concept is English plus edutainment, not entertainment.
Uh-huh.
Because edutainment is edutainment and entertainment already. So there are three concepts. So it's English plus education plus entertainment.
Amazing. I have one more question.
Okay.
I talked to you over the weekend before we recorded this interview, and it was really fun. And you told me something really important. I told you the way I work with accent reduction, and you told me something very interesting. When people come to you and ask you about accent reduction, you tell them it's the word reduction and not elimination. It was a very good answer that you gave me while we were just chatting off camera. And what's your opinion over my idea of accent reduction for the English language? What do you think?
I think it's extremely positive because although it's nice to hear different accents, when the pronunciation or accent is too strong, people will find it more difficult to follow what you are saying. And most people in English, in any country where people speak English, would have issues with or problems with or difficulties with pronunciations like hochi dogi. This is so different that the people will not be able to manage this. You know, hockey and holy, rock and roll. This is so different that people cannot manage this. You know, they won't know what people are saying. So this is just so in order. First, it's in order to be able to communicate.
So people, let me say, William is using some words in Portuguese because instead of rock and roll, we say hawk and ho, as if it was an H sound. We use this sound for the letter R in Portuguese. What I work with is hearing the English because for me, accent is identity. Hearing the accent for me would be a sin because I love to hear different accents even when people are learning Portuguese. So my idea is to make English clearer, as you said. You agree on that?
Completely, yeah, of course.
Now we're gonna play the rapid round game.
Wow, great. Okay.
Learning languages.
Communication.
Food.
Survival.
Canada.
Big.
Traveling the world.
Experience.
Teaching English.
Interaction.
Friends.
Care.
Awesome. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Preparation.
All the time.
Teaching materials.
Whatever makes the student comfortable.
Teamwork.
Awesome.
Long distance learning.
The way to the future.
Interesting.
For every guest that I have before we finish, I always have a takeaway, a quote. And I would like to say that I am nothing but traditional. Having an interview with you in character was amazing. I want to tell you guys that I know William without his character. You know?
I'm hiding behind the glasses.
Yes, the opportunity that I have on YouTube to meet a lot of people. I would like to thank you for being so kind, for writing your comments. I want to tell you guys that I recorded for his channel. When somebody teaches in 15 countries, as you did, everywhere we go, we bring a little bit of each country that we go. We bring something with us. This channel has people from around the world, something that I'm very proud of. I'm not a native English speaker. All the exams that I've taken, TOEFL and everything, my category is near native. That's why my channel has the name Rod, the Brazilian English teacher, because I am proud of being a Brazilian who teaches English. And I'm proud of the English language because it gives me the opportunity to meet many people. So my takeaway for you is keep doing your job, keep having fun. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Pleasure's mine.
It was a pleasure to have you here. Guys, this was William. Check out his channel, English Tainment. I hope you like it. William, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Do you have any last words?
Just enjoy, you know, just to come to the channel and enjoy, you know, check out new channels all the time, you know, learn new things, learn new methods.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.